I'm not ready to talk, apparently. Okay. I thought I was, but apparently I'm not. Okay. Am I ready? I think so. Hello, welcome in. My name is Mary Fortune. I'm a sweet little ferret made of King Cotton Wool, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful weasel weekend. And if you happen to be on a Sunday, hope you're having a splendid Stoat Sunday. And if you're in a Saturday somehow, I hope it's a super Stoat Saturday. I'm in Brisbane, and unlike when I was streaming on Friday, at least we have audio right out the gate already. Isn't that fantastic? Just let me know if the background music's a little loud. I don't typically put Fire Emblem music on, but I thought since I'm going to be talking about going to a rock show. Oh my god, the food I ate for dinner is still killing me. It was so good, it was so good. But I feel like an Uma Musume. I've acquired the condition slow metabolism. Although the 15-minute walk back from the restaurant to the hotel definitely helped. Taking my belt off also helped. Yeah. There's so much to talk about, especially since I have to recap everything that I talked about on Friday, only to discover that I was muted the whole time. Isn't that wonderful? So yes. Do I have any cottage keeping is the first question before we get into that can of worms, everything I've been up to recently. Yes, thank you for the follow from You May Know Benno. Thank you. I'll be honest, I thought we were mutual. Alrighty. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, yeah. I don't have any other cottage keeping except that, again, I couldn't find I wanted to post like a meme, like a picture of me like on Twitter, which was like condition acquired, slow metabolism, and be like, as soon as I'm over this, my guys will be streaming, but I couldn't find any except for the fucking AI generated vomiting horse. And I'm like, the goal is to not vomit later. I'm really worried I'm gonna vomit later. I'm gonna have a repeat of the bloody Whole Life concert. You'd think I was an alcoholic, honestly. But no, it's just because I love good food, and when food is put in front of me, I want to eat it. And even though I'm really good at listening to my body of saying, okay, I'm full, I shouldn't eat anymore, it doesn't matter. It's just, my mom thinks I'm just sensitive to rich foods, and that's what, when I'm in the city, I just can't resist rich foods, which is so correct, honestly. I've eaten so many rich foods. Literally, oh my god, we'll get into my fucking menu soon, I guess. I guess I want to start at like the very start. Do I start on Thursday actually? Oh my god, I hate having tics. I hate having an esophageal disorder. We're getting there. We're slowly getting rid of the slow metabolism, the debuff that I'm currently experiencing. But yeah, I mean, I guess I start on Thursday actually because Thursday was pretty interesting. Thursday was pretty fun. I went to the movies and I saw Weapons, and it was pretty good. I even called it fantastic in my Instagram story, but now I'm like, it's been a couple days and I'm like, I'm actually maybe fantastic was a bit much. It was there, like I enjoyed it. I teed up during the opening sequence because I was like, I'm a normal human being, you know? I'm a normal ferret. I am sensitive to the idea of children getting hurt in any way, shape, or form. So when there was that little boy narrating what happened to presumably a friend or like an older sibling, I started tearing up during the opening sequence. I was like, oh my god, these poor children. But yeah, it was really great. My favorite character by far in Weapons was James. James was really funny. I had to think about what his name was. I almost called him Harry for some reason. But no, James is really funny. Congratulations to him for actually kind of solving the mystery. I mean, Daryl was delightfully genre savvy. Like, I love that he just sat down and figured it out. He was like, yep, I'm gonna do what the police can't. I'm gonna figure it out. And he did. God bless him. He did that. I really like Justine. Apparently, I'm looking at online discussions and I missed a lot of nuance with Justine, I'll be honest. Because every time she was on screen, internally I was screaming, Ho, don't do it. Ho, don't you fucking do it. Because it was like, she just had bad idea after bad idea. I was like, you are in a horror movie. What are you doing? Why are you going outside and not even locking the door behind you? Why are you not, like, if I was in Justine's boots, I would be hiding under my fucking bed. I would be like in the opening sequence, I would have been like under my bed. I would have been like, I'm not fucking with anyone outside. Fuck that noise. And that's just me though. Maybe I'm a coward, but I think I just have a decent sense of self-preservation, honestly. Um, so yeah, I don't think Justine knew she was in a horror movie. Um, One thing I really liked and wish it had carried on, especially with the different perspective shifts. By the way, major spoilers for weapons, but if it wasn't already obvious. Uh, yeah, like one thing I really loved artistically was the way the camera followed Justine from behind. I really wish that had carried on to other characters, especially when they were in the role of protagonists. I just thought that was like artistically quite beautiful. Like there was just something really striking about Justine's silhouette, like just perfect hair and like clothing design for her, especially for those shots from behind, which really makes you wonder, is she the witch? Like she's a kind of a red herring with regards to the witch. Um, Speaking of the witch, I think she could have been better written. Well, I know the director says that this is not a movie about school shootings, but I do think it would have been a better movie if it was. If it like had a deeper meaning behind it beyond, oh, witch scary and I want to be young and beautiful forever. I think taking a kind of socio-political stand would have been quite fascinating, especially because especially early in the movie, there was so much imagery, like you get reminded of it, like seeing the display at the school or the way that they're blaming Justine. I feel like another thing that would have been quite interesting is if instead of the principal being gay, if Justine had been gay. That might be a bit red hot at the moment because of like, you know, the grooming panic. But that's kind of why I think it makes more sense to me if the community turned on her because they thought she was gay and she was like, and that's what this kind of movie was about. But I'm glad it wasn't. I feel like that's a bit too touchy in this current social climate, which is also probably why it's not a movie about school shootings. Man, good thing good thing I make no money. I'd be getting demonetized left, right, and center right now. Yeah. But I think there were definitely elements there that could have been improved on. Gladys in particular. One thing that struck me before I was like, okay, yeah, I'm dropping the school shooting angle in my mind, was there were some moments where I was like, when Alex's parents were catatonic, I thought that could have been a really potent metaphor for the way a lot of parents are willfully ignorant of their children if they are having the warning signs of becoming a school shooter. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm one of those girlies who's weirdly, morbidly fascinated by the phenomena. Like, I don't research it into it too much because it's depressing, you know? But, you know, everyone's a little bit morbidly fascinated by Columbine, I think. And I know, I shouldn't say I know, it's my understanding, I could be wrong, that there's a lot of willful ignorance, especially when the parents are like, where you have like lax standards around gun safety. That's been a contributing factor to a couple school shootings in America, if I recall correctly. And I think Gladys could have been like a really good way to symbolize that. Especially because Alex's parents, even when they were like sane, the dad was a bit weird. Like he was giving, I don't know how to relate to my child, but I'm gonna try, and that's good for him. But I think there was definitely a setup, especially if Alex had like welcomed Gladys into the home. If he had been like quote unquote an apprentice to her, I think her being like a metaphor for like for being too lax around gun safety, and that sort of thing could have been quite potent. Like, I enjoyed the movie that we got. There was only one scene where I was like, I can't watch this. I actually literally covered my eyes in the cinema. And I think this will be the one thing I won't spoil. But it was when Gladys was killed. I won't say how she was killed, but holy fuck, was that hilarious. And way too gory for even me. What else? There was some really good jump scares. Like there was that dream sequence that Justine had. I was not expecting it to be on the ceiling. I will be so honest. I was expecting it to be in the hallway, but it was in the ceiling. Also, welcome in, Ilya the Fae. I hope you're having a wonderful Weasel weekend. Thank you for the follow. It's very sweet of you. I was not expecting that. I literally jumped out of my seat. I was at certain points during the movie, I was curious. I literally had my fingers against my pulse because I wanted to see how scared I was, but it was like a good, thrilling kind of scared. So that's, I think, that's a good hallmark of a good horror movie. Like, I didn't have any of that when I was watching Hereditary. Like, I love to joke that the scariest part of Hereditary was when my boss texted me midway through to say that I fucked up at work, like, earlier that day or the day before, and I was like, nah, fam. And I'm saying this as an Ari Aster enjoyer, or at least from what I've seen. Apparently he's got 2 movies I haven't seen yet. And that's not even including how we talked about the Johnsons, or whatever the fuck the Johnsons movie is. And I want to watch that. I think I've read some good stuff about it. That's his student film. But back to weapons. Archer, yes, I think I really liked Archer, but something about him was just visceral to me, like, in particular, because I've lost a cousin quite young, and I don't know, something about the way he expressed his grief was just a bit reminiscent to, like, how my uncle expressed his grief over my cousin being killed in an accident. Like, honestly, the scariest part of Weapons, in a similar vein to Hereditary, is that it was definitely driving home and having to pass by the monument to my cousin's passing. And just, I don't know, that almost got me. Like, I was tearing up as I was driving home. I was particularly past that point. Especially because I had to overtake a fucking truck, and I hate doing that because of the way my cousin was killed. So yeah. That's depressing. But it was a good movie. I am glad that it, like, ended on a hopeful note. I wasn't expecting that. I literally went in expecting the children to be gone, dead forever. So the fact that Archer did get to hug Matthew one last time was quite good. I know his name was Matt, but my cousin's name is Matthew, so I guess I'm just used to not shortening the name. Yeah, I try to avoid saying people's full names on this screen, but oh well. Maybe I'm lying, you don't know. What else? What else do I want to say about weapons? Thinking. There were some slow moments in the middle that I didn't necessarily appreciate. I know there's also been some discourse about the principal being gay, and that, like, is it bury your gays or not? Here's the thing. Typically, in the language of cinema, men are the expendable gender. So if the principal was straight, and if the movie played out like it did with Owen, except this time he had a wife instead of a husband, do we really want to see a woman get killed that way? And, like, I'm asking this. I mean, we had Gladys get killed in a terrible way, but she was a villain, you know. She kind of deserved it. It was kind of foreshadowed. It was a bit of a hoist by her own petard. She was the one who put the idea in Alex's head. But yeah, I don't think people want to see that happen to a woman. But maybe they would have written it differently if he was straight. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, well, men are the expendable gender in cinema. I'm sorry. Yeah. The airplane arms are going down as iconic in horror history. I think we can all agree on that. Yeah, I can't believe it's taken this long to, like, take the image of a child doing airplane arms to turn it into something creepy. Like, that's in hindsight, I'm kind of like gobsmacked that wasn't already a thing. Is there anything else I want to say? I thought Paul was a germaphobe, but apparently he's an alcoholic, and that's like, and he was like, and that's why he was like that. Because I was like legit convinced he was a germaphobe who was trying to get his wife pregnant, because that's why they had like that phone call about her fertility. So I missed a lot of nuance with Paul, but I'm gonna be honest, he was my least favorite character. I did not give a fuck about him. So when he died, I was like, well, now Archer and Justine can kiss. I mean, Archer is still married to a woman, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, R.I.P. Harry. Right. James, why do I want to call him Harry? Maybe his actor's name's Harry? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, R.I.P. James, you were very funny. I was not expecting him to be a Chekhov gunman, I'll be so real. I did think it was weird that the movie focused on him just a touch too long in the beginning, because I was like, we got like this weirdo crackhead guy trying to binge money or whatever, like try and scab money for a bus ticket. That's weird that we met him twice. And then when we got the part with Paul, and I was like, oh my god, it's the guy, druggie, and then we get his perspective, and yeah. I thought the acting was really good. He had a good actor. Gladys was a diva. I don't know what else to say. I feel like I've spoken at length about how I would have written her character. I would have made her a slightly more potent metaphor. I would have given Alex a bit more agency in that situation. But again, I can understand he was so young. The idea of kids wanting to kill other kids that young is like horrifying to me, but it does happen. So maybe if he'd been older, like he could have been like her warlock, and she was like inviting him into this very dangerous world. Also, RIP to Justine, but I would be different. This is another one of my, if I was Justine moments, I would not have fucked with that salt line. I've watched enough Supernatural to know that if I'm walking into a fucked up house, I'm not stepping over any white lines. Like, I'm sorry. Again, Justine, I know not every character can be blessed with genre savvy like Archer, but Justine, please, girly pop, I think you are a smart woman underneath. One thing about Justine that I was a bit disappointed with is that we got that, like, just enough focus on her, like, keyring, where I thought that would mean, like, she's gonna, like, it was gonna break at some point. Like, I don't know, I just feel like it would have been a nice, cute kind of symbolism for her. Like, she's got this star-shaped, really sparkly, it's giving peak primary school teacher. I think having it break at some point would have been, like, a really cool image, but that's just me. But I do believe she's a good teacher. She saw the warning signs of Alex that something was wrong with his home life, but unfortunately in that situation, Alex was too far gone, because he was his, like, parents' caregiver. Like, I don't think he could give them up like that. No, I do think it's a bit of a cop-out that he had, like, another aunt. Like, I know, Gladys is not, like, his actual aunt, but I thought it was, like, weird that the movie would just give him, like, another aunt. I was like, that's dumb. I don't really know what I would have done with him, like, caregiver-wise. I mean, I guess in my heart of hearts, part of me was like, can't Justine adopt him, please? I feel really dumb for not noticing this at first, but someone else pointed it out online. 2 survivors, 17 kids missing, and the kids left at 217. When I can't believe I didn't realize that until I had to read it online, but I was like, oh my god, that's so clever. Also, another thing about Justine is the entire time I kept calling her Geraldine in my head, Geraldine Grundy, and it took me a while to figure out why. And I think it's because I've just watched just enough fucking Riverdale that Geraldine Grundy from Riverdale is just the Grundy to me in the fictional character world, which is very funny, because I am an avowed Riverdale hater. I think that shit was garbage. I don't think that's a controversial opinion. I feel like most people who enjoy it as a guilty pleasure. Like, they're completely lucid to its flaws. So it's like, yeah, it's garbage, but it's my garbage. And I respect that. Like, it was fun as a bonding experience, I'll admit. Like, especially if you can make fun of it whilst you're watching it. That is a peak bonding experience, honestly. What else? I think that's everything I wanted to talk about with regards to weapons. But yeah, people were right. It's not a movie. It's not what you expected, I don't think. Like, I did think Justine was going to be the only protagonist the whole time. So when we got those different sections, again, this is why I thought it was going to be a school shooting movie, because I think that would have been really effective if in that context, like, you get the different build-ups, the different perspectives of who failed who, what could have been done differently. I think that could have worked. I think it really could have worked. I think he should have committed. Especially because the fucking smoking gun literally is the big AK-47 that appeared in Archer's dream. I actually thought it was a spaceship at first. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I was like, oh, it's a rifle gun. Again, this is another thing. I'm an Australian who lives in the suburbs. Well, not really. I'm a townie. I don't know what guns look like. So I thought it was a rifle because that's the only kind of gun I've seen in real life. I asked my grandfather if I could shoot his rifle once because it was sitting on the dashboard, and he was like, no, I'm doing bad gun safety right now. Do not touch it. And I was like, okay, Pop. Understood. Okay, and then after I went to the movies, I had a burger. I went to a Porto and I got a Tropicana themed burger, and it was fine. I almost said disappointing, but I don't think it was disappointing. Like, I'm one of those people who, like, it had bacon on it, and I love bacon, but I want crispy bacon. I want that shit burnt. I want it caramelized, as my dad would say. But yeah, it was fine. I didn't like, I got the lemon and herb sauce for my chips, but that was disappointing. I was like, oh, this isn't as good as Nando's lemon and herb sauce. But I wasn't in a spicy mood, so I didn't want to like get rid of the spicy sauce. So I was just like, well, this is thoroughly mid. The burger it was fine. Like, I'll dig out my Mary's Burger Index at some point this stream, because I have another one to add. 07's in chat. I went to Wendy's today, but we'll get to that chronologically. So I just wanted to say, so far this isn't what I was expecting given the Tumblr posting, but I'm here for it. We're getting there. That's the main event of this trip, so we need to build up to it. I can't just open out the gate on Saturday night. We've got to start with my full itinerary. But thank you, I'm glad my Tumblr posting has encouraged someone to come in. I wasn't sure if that was worth doing. But yeah. Okay, Friday. I think I've talked at length about weapons. I don't really have too much else to say unless people want to know what my mum was up to on Thursday, because she wasn't the only... Oh, don't worry, I'm enjoying the interesting analysis so far. I'm glad you think it's analysis, because it feels like drivel coming out of my mouth, which is hilarious because I have a degree in media literacy, kind of. I have a literature degree, but it has to count for something. But yeah, it's funny, my mum's having a girls' weekend this weekend, and I'm having like my solo trip, and then my poor dad is at home with no one to love him except for the pets. And I know for a fact, in my heart of hearts, my pet cat is giving him hell right now. Because Friday morning, guess who is being an annoying little brat? If you guessed my cat Minty, you guessed correctly. So Minty's favorite toy that she's not allowed to play with is my claw clip. It's like this pink fluffy thing, and I had it hidden. And unfortunately, the morning of, I was meant to leave, she's discovered, oh my god, the claw clip, my favorite toy, I can play with it again, I found it. So I grabbed her like multiple times and tried to hide it again, but it was no use. She's discovered she can dig through my items to find my claw clip to go play with it. She actually took it from my room, down the hallway, into the kitchen, out of the kitchen, and into like the dining room, and she was playing with it under the table, and I was like, okay, yank that off you. And now I've hidden it again, and I won't be surprised if I come home tomorrow and my dad will be like, I don't know what that pink thing was, but Minty's wrecked it. I'm hoping this new hiding space is fine. I put it up high this time instead of down low. But she is capable of jumping high is my only concern. Especially because I've attached it to like one of my tote bags that I've got hanging off the back of my door. And she likes to jump up on those tote bags, but hopefully she can't get it off. But that was the excitement. I left Saturday morning, did some traveling, and then I arrive at Sydney Airport because I'm a bougie bitch who refuses to fly anything but Qantas. I'm literally like the Rain Man from the movie The Rain Man. Qantas, it's good. I don't know what else to tell you. It's safe. They have good snacks sometimes, not always, but usually. And I arrive in Sydney, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the Lost and Found, because last month I went to the Hololive concert in Sydney, and I was a VIP, and when I came home from the concert, I was wearing my VIP lanyard around my neck with the VIP card attached, and at some point during my trip, I lost that lanyard and the key card attached, and I was devastated. I was in tears. I was crying to anyone who would like listen to me, my mom, my dad, my sisters, the poor fucking security man at the airport. He was like, I can't help you with this, I'm sorry. When I hear lost property, I'm like expecting you to say you've lost a suitcase, not something so tiny and small as a lanyard and a VIP card. And I'm like, that's okay. I'm a big girl, I'll stop crying. Oh my god, I'm actually tearing up thinking about it. That's how fucking emotional I was over this. But I was like, okay, let's go to the Lost and Found, see what happens. So I go to the Lost and Found, and I'm like, hi, I'm after this lanyard. Well, first he's like, 5-10 minutes, sweetie, I'm busy. And I'm like, that's okay, I understand. You're a busy man. I could not imagine having to work at the Qantas Lost and Found. That sounds miserable, because so many people come through that fucking place every day. Like, it must be shockers. And based on what glimpses I got to see behind the scenes, yes, it is absolutely shockers. But he comes back and he's like, okay, I can help you now. So I explain to him what I've lost, and I actually get it up on my phone. And as I'm scrolling all these fucking Uma Musume pictures, he was like, so you went to an anime convention last month? And I was like, wow, you crypt-keyed that one, my friend. And I said yes. And then I found the photo of me wearing it. And he had a look, and he was like, we'll see what I can do. And he took me to this window, and I stood in front of it. It was like one of those, you know how like, this is such a terrible comparison, but you know how in like SpongeBob at the Krabby Patty, there's like that window, and then there's a cashier, and then SpongeBob's behind it. Basically, I felt like Squidward, and he was like SpongeBob, and then he chefed me up a meal, alright. He got me this first box, and it had like all these scattered like debit cards and that kind of things. And I was like, oh no, not quite what I'm looking for. And then he puts that away, he goes searching again, and I'm having a look through his like belongings, and there's like a bucket of umbrellas in front of me. To the side there's like a fucking handbag someone lost. I thought that was crazy. How do you lose your entire handbag? There was like a stuffed animal, like a teddy bear. I'm just having a look, and he comes back and he's got this second box, and he's got, this is just miscellaneous bric-a-brac, but it might be in here. And I have a look, and there's like someone's lipstick, and there's like a scrunchie. It's like, yeah, we were hotter with the debit cards, honestly. And he was like, okay, there's one more box I want to check. So he disappears, and he comes back, and he's holding 2 lanyards, and I get so excited because I see that little flash of like the Smash anime icon, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then the first one he shows me, it's not it, but the second one, I couldn't believe it. I was literally over the moon. He found my lanyard. So I'm still like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm so lucky. Because I thought it was gone forever. But here's how this is where it actually gets crazy. So I think it was like Tuesday night or Wednesday night, I actually had this dream where I was walking through the local showgrounds, the show was on, I was like riding the rides, I got a haircut there for some reason, you know, I was eating like carnival food, that sort of thing, and then I walk up to the Lost and Found booth in this dream, and there's 2 of them. One is staffed by my aunt, who is a bitch, and I don't like her, because she's mean to me. And funnily enough, in the dream, she's mean to me. She was like, oh, Mary, I hear you lost your whole life lanyard. And I'm like, yeah, do you have it? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, bye. So I walk across the like dirt track to the second Lost and Found booth in my dream, and it's staffed by a lady. I vaguely recognize her from real life. I'm not sure who she is, but she looked familiar. And she was like, is this your Hololive lanyard? And she holds up a lanyard with like a key card, but the key card is like all flowery and stuff. It doesn't look anything like my Hololive one, but in my dream I was like, oh my god, yes. So I had this dream, and now it's happened in real life. I don't know, it felt really, it just clicked, you know. It felt like a good omen, so I'm glad it was in fact a good omen. Like, I was in my mind, I was like, okay, expect the worst, hope for the best, like fully expecting for him to be like, can't find it, it must have got tossed, stolen, something like that. But the fact that I was able to give him the exact date that I lost it did help. Like everything behind there is like labeled month by month, and then every item is like ticketed to the date. So the fact that I could tell him exactly when I lost it, that really helped. But that man, he is my angel, he is my miracle worker. I love him to bits and pieces. And as soon as he handed it back to me, he was like, now put that in your laptop bag and do not touch it. And I was like, understood, sir. I'm not going to lose it again, I promise. But I keep having like this anxiety that I'm going to lose it. But don't worry, I've already put it back in my lap. Shit. I just pushed my phone off like the table I'm streaming at. But I put it in my suitcase. It's safe and sound in there. I will probably triple check tomorrow morning. Oh my god. When I'm ready to leave. But yeah. That was Lost and Found. And then I'm like, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get something to eat, and I made a bad decision. They say do not trust service station sushi. Do not trust airport station sushi either. Welcome in, Shirayuki. Mary, I need to know, have you seen the silly K-pop demon movie? Not yet. I'm waiting to do a double feature of it and Netflix's distribution of Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I'll pay for Netflix just to watch that, so I'm gonna hold it off until Frankenstein premieres. But I keep Googling like 1, 2, 3 movies, K-pop Demon Hunters, but I can only find links to the trailer, which is really annoying. But I know it's gonna be up my alley. I'm looking forward to watching it. But yeah, I had airport sushi. Mid, bad, don't like that. Like, I bit into it and I was like, this is lukewarm, that's kind of gross. And then I catch another flight. Yeah, nothing too interesting happened, but the lady next to me on the flight, she had some weird vibes. Like, I'd glance at what she was doing every so often and it'd be like, she'd be talking to AI and I'm like, that's weird. Or she'd be like listening to self-help books and I'm like, that's also weird. You'll enjoy it. I was hesitant for 2 months, but eventually gave in and it was fun. No, as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, oh my god, this is a very cool movie. I'm excited. So I've been a K-pop Demon Hunter enjoyer for a while. Yeah, I just need to actually watch it. And I just, although if anyone has like a totally legal, wait, give me a second. I'm going to increase my GPU just for this. How do I do this? Yeah. Off. Quality. Camera on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. If anyone has like a totally legal, come on, let me wink, fucking VTuber Studio. I did it on accent like multiple times. Let me wink. Yeah, there we go. If anyone has a totally legal copy of K-pop Demon Hunters, you can definitely DM me that. Yeah. Okay, that's annoying. We need to go back. We need to go back. It was worth it for the bit, but now that's annoying. It's too sensitive. God, how the frick do I do this? Camera off. Select, camera on. Yeah. There we go. P-stream is decent. Okay. Okay. Sounds good. I'll get to it after stream. I try not to check Discord when I'm like streaming. Although I have like 3 pings and I think you're one of them. So that's like... The temptation to press the red button is very high right now. But yeah, the flight was fine. I was a bit bored the entire time. Because 1.5 hours is like just, oh, you're gonna whisper me? That's fine as well. I wonder what that third ping is then. Because I know that 2 of them is like just VTuber, Discord shit. Yeah, the flight was just slightly too short to like justify putting on a movie, you know? I didn't really want to watch a TV show either, so I was like, I just listened to you guessed it, the beautiful album that is The Lies for the Liar by The Used. So that was enjoyable, I guess. And get to I arrive, I swing by 7-Eleven to buy some peanut M&Ms because it was a bit peckish. They didn't they didn't have like a good option on the second Qantas flight. The first one gave me a lemon myrtle and blueberry muffin slice thingy. It was nice. But the second one, they wanted to give me like some gross, and I was like some sort of savory option. I was like, no, I wanted like a biscuit or another slice. So I said no. Because that meant I was packaged when I arrived, so I bought some M&Ms. I walked to the hotel. The walk was fine, I guess. Lots of interesting graffiti. I love looking at interesting graffiti. Most of it was like very left-leaning is what I'll say. So that's cool. I also passed by a poster for a burlesque show. I passed by a poster for a drag show. Yeah, one thing I noticed this around dinner time, but this section of Brisbane, and maybe even just in general, this section of Brisbane is very horny. Like, oh my god. Because, you know, I settle down, I have a shower, I freshen up, I get changed, I plug in where I want to go to dinner, that sort of thing. And I'm like, okay, let's go to a Mexican restaurant and have a good time there. And as I'm walking to the Mexican restaurant, it really dawns on me how horny this fucking area of Brisbane. I'm in Fortitude Valley. I'm in the Fortitude Valley, and I passed by 2 sex shops. Although I didn't realize the first one was a sex shop. I actually thought it was a record store at first, because it had like all... Because you know how record stores love to have like that wall of like random stickers, and just absolutely plastered with stickers. That's what I thought it was, especially because it was downstairs. I was like, oh, groovy. And then I saw, like, as I was passing by the window, I realized I realized there was lingerie, and I was like, oh, and then I look up and I'm like, oh, it's a sex shop. That makes sense. And then the second one I walked past, I'm really say so. I'm very wholesome. I don't think of these things. I was like, oh, is it like a perfume shop? Because it had like the really buff, oiled up man in the window, and I was like, oh, no. That is also a sex shop, but I think it might be catered to gay men, because there's a bunch of really buff, oiled up men in the window. Like, photography-wise. Yeah, it's been horny since forever. It's going to keep out horny. Clearly! Unfortunately, these are the only shops open at, like, 6:30 and 6:30. I was like, I'm not browsing those. I'm sorry. I'm especially not browsing the second one. I'd hate to intrude on a male space, you know? That's just impolite. But yeah, I go to a Mexican restaurant. It was called Baja, and I really liked it, and I ate 4 tacos there. Beef brisket tacos. They were really yummy. I would also like to congratulate the staff at Baja for being so smart. I don't think I've ever felt this way about any kind of restaurant staff, but these people just seem so smart. Like the second lady I had, when she took my plate and I ordered a second round of the same tacos, she noticed that I hadn't eaten my onions, so she was like, we won't even bother putting the onions on next time. And I was like, that genuinely shocked me. I was like, girl, your brain cells, I'm brain selling right now. I'm so proud of you. But I really liked that. Plus, they also gave me like their secret homemade sauce, and it was so good. It was like spicy, but it was like just the right amount of spice. Although I'm really dumb and I couldn't figure out how to actually open the bottle. You didn't need to open it, that's why I couldn't figure out how to open it. You just kind of shook it and eventually stuff would come out. And yeah, it was yummy. I tried their virgin margarita, and this is the other staff person who was waiting me. She was also really smart because she noticed I wasn't drinking my drink because I don't like the salt rim. Why do people actually like the salt rim on margaritas? Like, I'm genuinely asking, is that something you guys genuinely enjoy? Because I don't, and the bar lady noticed, so she came back and she gave me a straw, and I was like, thank you. So that was very kind of her. I did some people watching. I ate those really yummy tacos. My mouth is literally watering just remembering them. They were so yummy. They were very oily, but that's kind of to be expected from like authentic Mexican food, I feel. Because the Mexican restaurant I went to in Sydney was also very oily, but it also gave me extra oil as like a dipping sauce, so that was cool. But I liked it. Baja, you're based. I enjoyed the architecture. Very nice. Although I kind of felt weird going through the door for some reason because it just didn't feel like a front door for some reason. But I liked it. I would go there again. In fact, I was tempted to last night because I wanted more Mexican food. But yeah, I think that rounds off Friday. I mean, I went to bed, and problem is Fortitude Valley. It's a very young people section. I'm like jammed between at least 3 nightclubs, and there's this one that's really, really loud where I'm sleeping, and they played all of like the horny music as well. Like they were just playing like every like horny 2000s, 2010s song, and it was really good. I'm not gonna lie, they were playing bangers, but I couldn't sleep. But let's just say Spectre and I had a great time. Not quite, but yeah. I tried. Clearly there's something in the water here in Fortitude Valley. If you follow my private Twitter, there's a photo. I'm not in the photo though. What else? I guess I could talk about more around my hotel room. It's giving uni bar. It's giving a uni bar. It's giving uni accommodation. But like, if you were like staying in like a university and this was like your accommodation, you'd be fucking living the life. Like the rarest Mary W. By the way, this is the rarest Mary W. I'm not even kidding. I like the bathroom. I'm really, really picky about the bathroom. But I like this one, mostly because it's got a really cool sink. It's like this big ceramic bowl, and the ceramics has like art in it. It's like graffiti. I love it. I love it. Like, and then it's nice. I don't know what else to say. I've got a desk, a double bed, 4 pillows, artworks on the wall. It's great. I like it a lot. But yeah, that brings us to eventually I go to sleep, and yeah, although I didn't sleep well, unsurprisingly, because music was too loud. I couldn't sleep too well. Also, I streamed on Friday as well, but you guys already knew that if you were cool and went to that stream. But yeah, Saturday morning, I wake up, I get changed, and yeah, I go find some breakfast. I go to a cafe called Number 5, I think that's what it was called, Number 5 on Harbour Street. And I really liked it. I had shashuka. I think that's how you say it for the first time. Oh man, that's a good push. I'm gonna that's a dinner recipe to me now. I'm gonna be making that sometime soon, I hope. But it's like a tomato mincy thing with chorizo and poached eggs. It was so good. I just wish I'd only asked for 1 egg in hindsight, because at the time I was like, I can eat 2 eggs, but I could have 2 eggs. It was a bit too big. The portion sizes in Brisbane are just whack in my opinion. But I really liked it. It was very yummy. I got some cold pressed juice there as well, but it was very watery. It was like, unsurprisingly, it was watermelon and strawberry with like a dash of either lime or mint. I can't remember. Maybe both. I really enjoyed the people watching there. There was some very entertaining, like, university-age girls. They were very funny. There was this one girl amongst them. She ordered, and her friends gave her so much shit for this, but she ordered a skinny cappuccino with ice cream on top. Oh, she's right though. You've got to. She was like, I'm being balanced. I'm like, you know what, Queen? You're so right for that. You're so real for this. I love her. She was very funny. One of her friends also had a very fat ass. So congratulations to her. I'm also going to assume they're some kind of like performing arts students, because they're wearing like university branded clothing that had to do with like dancing. So I was like, I wonder. There was also like a disco ball, and this guy wouldn't stop touching it. But to be fair, he kept like getting it to rotate, because it was like pushing a pram, and he had like his baby in the pram, and I think the baby just really liked the disco ball. Like, I think that's why he kept making it turn. But it was a bit annoying for me, because I was like directly under it, and I was like, this is too much. But I really enjoyed the food that I had there, so nice. And then afterwards, so began my fucking quest to find an anime store in Brisbane. They don't seem to have those in Brisbane. In Sydney, you go to fucking Chinatown, and every couple corners there is like some sort of anime shop or some sort of figurines shop to find. Not in Brisbane. Like, either I'm looking in the wrong places, but wait a second. I need to get my Tumblr posts up about this. Because I chronicled my midday journey on Tumblr. I'll just read these posts out to you. The first one, naive optimism. The worst part about being in the Zakunaga swamp is that I'm Australian, and though I'm going to go to anime shops today, hopefully, in brackets, I was correct to be suspicious that something would go wrong. They probably don't import Precure. So the first place I went to was actually a kid's toy shop, not an anime shop. This was in some sort of mall. This place, like, the first one was festy. I looked in the window and I was like, I'm not entering this shop. Like, the window had like Twilight and like Coraline stuff, and I was like, okay, this is the shit for posers. I'm out of here. But luckily, in the same mall, according to my phone, there was an actual anime shop. But no, it was a kid's toys shop. I'm like, that's too juvenile for me. Next. So then I plug in a different one, and I see. And the next suggestion I get was for a place called Oz Anime Shop. Sounds good. Oh, it's a 40-minute bus ride from where I am. That's fine. I mean, tomorrow I'm gonna go on a 2-hour train trip. So what's 40 minutes on the bus? So I get on the bus and I go all the way to the Oz anime shop. I get off the bus. I walk down. No, I walk up a hill. This is not fun. Oh, no, it wasn't. I can't remember. No. I walked down a hill. It was coming back that wasn't fun. And I'm walking and I'm like, man, this place is hot. I'm wearing jeans. I take off my jacket, wrap it around my waist. And I'm walking and the sun's beating down on me. It's a real concrete jungle in this area as well. I passed by like all this industrial stuff, and I also passed by a cheesecake shop, which felt like the most random fucking thing. I mean, I'm going to an anime shop, so what do I know? And then I finally arrive. Not only is it closed, it's been put up for sale. It's been completely emptied. It's not operational, but according to Google, it was open. So that was not great. That killed my spirits. And I'm like, okay, surely I can find somewhere to eat in this vicinity. So I walk back up, and I'm going up the hill, and there's like only a cafe, and I'm like, oh, cafes are kind of boring. I wanted to have something interesting, not like a sandwich or a wrap. If I wanted a sandwich or a wrap, you know, I'd stay home. So I'm like, okay, let's go to the next anime shop on my list. It's in Kermside. It's another 40-minute bus trip because I'm in the middle of nowhere. But that's fine, I tell myself. So I get on the bus, according to my phone. I mean, it's the right bus. It arrived at the time my phone said the bus would arrive. It's gotta be my bus. So I get on it, and I'm like, la-di-da-di-da, this is nice. I'm seeing a bit of a countryside, lots of greenery in this area. It's really cool. There's a koala sanctuary apparently nearby. Nice. And I'm like, my phone just buzzed. It says I'm meant to be in Kermside right now. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So I get off the bus and discover I've actually gone 40 minutes in the wrong direction. Yeah, I wasn't on the right side of the road. That wasn't my bus. But luckily, where I got off, there was literally in front of the bus stop. The bus stop was in front of it. Behind it was an RSL clubby type sporties bar. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. It's not what I really wanted to have for lunch, but it's fine. So I sit down, I order, I get a Coke. I'm sitting in the air conditioning. You know, I'm figuring out what I'm doing. I'm updating my parents on what's happening. I'm pleasantly surprised with the menu. They had like some Asian options. I was like, okay, I don't want anything huge because it's like I'm either gonna have dinner later really early before the concert, or I'll have it really late after the concert. So I was like, let's just get something small. So I got some bao buns. They were fine. I'm like not a big cucumber girly, and so this is what's about to be absolutely gobsmacking. I think it needed more cucumber. Like they had like the thinnest, tiniest slice of cucumber, and I was like, this is what I would feed myself when I was like not enjoying cucumber yet. Like now I can eat more cucumber. I'm like, this should have had more cucumber on it. Because I'm not a cucumber girly. I'm not a zucchini girly. I'm really bad at eating my greens. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being an obligate carnivore. It'll happen again. But I'm trying. Also, I feel like it could have used some more hoisin sauce as well. It was pretty bland. Although it was karagi chicken and, you know, it was crispy. That was nice. Like, but it was still, like, it was a thoroughly mid-meal. It was also very empty. And I ordered dessert, even though I'm like, I want to eat light. I don't want to eat too many rich foods because I don't want to puke in the middle of the night again. But I ordered dessert. I order a creme brulee. And 20 minutes passed, and I'm like, this is weird, especially because I'm like the only person here. Well, actually, that's not a lie. As soon as I had this thought, 4 people walked in and sat down, and I'm like, I feel like my dessert should have arrived by now. So I flagged down a waitress. I'm like, hey, do you mind just checking in on the kitchen? Like, I get that, you know, I don't want to be demanding, but can you just check on what's happening with this creme brulee of mine? And she was like, oh yeah, sure. And apparently my order went through on my end, but not their end, and it was fine. The creme brulee was not very chocolatey, but I really liked the ice cream and strawberry berry compote. I'm a big compote girly. Also, whilst I was eating it, the entire time I was like, man, it's so cool that humans have invented a way to eat glass. Because that sugar was sharp. But and get myself organized. I triple check that I'm getting on the right bus stop. This time it was like across the road, so kind of adjacent. I get on the right bus and I end up at campsite and I make it to this mall that I wanted to go to. The malls in Brisbane are huge. Like, I feel like you could fit the entirety of my hometown inside of this mall. It was massive. And I get to the anime shop and I'm finally like, yes, this is the promised land. So I have a look around, and the thing that I'm most tempted by at the moment is a $99 Bernadette figure from Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I'm like, no, I do not need a figure. Where would I put it? Where would Minty would chew on her? It's not going to happen, but especially for $100. And then I finish that section of the store, and I come face to face to the Hololive section. Yeah, I splurged. I did not buy the Kiara Nendoroid, I did not buy any of the Nendoroids, but I did buy 3 booster packs because that's all you were allowed, and 1 blind bag with a JP key charm in it. So we'll open those later. And then I go to EB Games and I spend $100 on booster packs. So I bought 11 because that was, again, the max amount. It was so funny. People were like, you're not a scalper, are you? And I'm like, you weren't in here earlier, were you? And I was like, please relax, sir. I have never been in this building before in my life. I'm from New South Wales. Please don't hate me. But yeah, I kind of vibed with the guy at the anime shop, though. He was kind of cute. He was like wearing a Queensland University jacket, and I was like, on your mate. Anyways, I get an iced tea. I tell my mum that I'm gonna go back to the hotel room, freshen up, and then I'll head to the concert. Oh my god, getting to the concert is a nightmare. It's my fault in hindsight. I took a wrong turn, and that's why Google Maps had to compensate for me taking a wrong turn without realizing it. But in the heat of the moment, I was like pissed off at Google Maps. I was like, why the fuck is this stupid app taking me through all these dark alleyways? I'm a single young female on the way to a metal concert. I'm not feeling very safe right now, Google Maps. But I get there, and the way I've gone around the building, so I'm like close to the door, and I'm like, oh, it's like half an hour to doors open. Surely people are gonna start going through security. And I'm walking, and I'm walking, and I'm walking, and it really starts to dawn on me that they were not kidding when they said that this show was sold out, because holy shit, the line was long. I didn't really get a good look at how long the line ended up being behind me. There were so many people. Oh my god. And the biggest difference between queuing for the used versus queuing for Hololive is that no one in the Hololive line, was making out with each other. Well, they weren't making out. There were 2 couples in front of me, and they were both like kissing a lot. That doesn't happen at the Hololive. Everyone who goes to Hololive is bum. The single bum is what I'm realizing right now. But you know what happens at Hololive concerts that doesn't happen at the used concerts? Talking to people. People are a lot friendlier, I would say, at the Hololive concert. They'll be like, oh yeah, where are you from? How are you? You know, is this your first concert? Who's your favorite girl? You know, they're asking questions, they're making friends. They're also playing Uma Musume, which was not happening at the used. So that's what I noticed, compared to the concerts that I've gone to. The other concert I've been to is U2, and I'm trying to think, do I have any insights between the parallels between U2 and the used? I was a total Karen to that fucking Seki at the U2 concert. I was like, excuse you, I have definitely paid for 2 tickets. I can show you the receipt. Because he was like, where's my dad's ticket? And I'm like, it should be in the fucking QR code. But apparently it wasn't. But I fucking strong-armed that Seki into letting me and my dad go through, because I know I paid for 2 tickets. Whereas I feel like 2 Sekis like just glanced at my phone. They're like, yep, you're good. I get in, I get a drink of water. I hold on to that cup so fucking hard. This cup of water, I drained it pretty quickly, and it was basically the equivalent to my pen light. Like whenever people were screaming, shouting, I'd raise my glass and I'd be like, hell yeah, brother. Yeah, I perched myself on a rail because I'm like lazy and I want something to lean on later. Because I'm wearing my Doc Martens and they're chewing on my feet as we speak. Yeah, I watch people come in. The mosh pit slowly fills up. I could have been in the mosh pit, but here's the thing about being in the mosh pit. You need to have so much energy, and I'm so small, I don't want to get squished, but I got squished anyway multiple times during the night. Because men are rude. There was this guy, and I don't think he was expecting me to yell at him. There was this guy on the other side of the railing, and then there was this man in front of me trying to get over the railing, and he was like stuck because he was not as athletic as he thought he was. And I literally yell at him because you cannot hear anyone. And I'm like, "Do you need a shove up the arse or what, mate?" I'm asking that as like I'm being forceful, but I'm actually genuinely serious. I want to help you, and if me giving you a push up the arse helps you, please let me do that. But the guy next to me, who would have been a fabulous Viking in a previous life, let me tell you, he looked at me and he was like, I was not expecting any of that language out of your mouth. And I'm like, well, maybe you fucking should have, mate. Yeah, the concert was good. So doors open at 7. I think the pre-show started like 7:30. The pre-show was some blokes from Canberra, an Australian band. Hands Like Houses, I believe they're called. Or is it Houses Like Hands? No, I think it's Hands Like Houses. The frontlit man, I think his name was like Ben. He was fantastic. He had a lot of charisma, a lot of energy. He was headbanging. He had it going on. Good singer too, obviously. Great band. Excellent light show. Like, I wasn't expecting the lights to go so hard just for the opening act, to be honest. My only like annoyance with them is that it felt like multiple times during their set it was like, oh, this is the last song, and then they're like, no, we still have more songs, and I'm like, okay, now this is the last song, and he was like, no, 2 more songs, because he'd be like, I want everyone to get your hands in the air, and then he'd be like, I want everyone to jump, and it was like, come on, dude. I'm not ready. I've already lost all my energy just standing here. Yeah, I really liked them. They went for an hour, because I think it was like 8:30 when the intermission started. But they were great. Like I said, Ben had a lot of energy. His bandmates are great. I intend to add their songs to some Spotify playlists at some point, probably. But during the intermission, I looked them up, and yeah, it's never a good feeling to open up a Wikipedia page on a band you've just watched for the first time. You hadn't even heard of them previously, and one of the sections on their Wikipedia page is just controversy, and I'm like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? And it was the previous frontman. There was some allegations against him, but they kicked him, and they settled out of court. So I guess whatever happened has happened, and I hope if the allegations are true, I hope the victim found peace and a lot of money. But yeah, again, it did not feel good to see that controversy section. There's a Tumblr post where it's like, anytime you you listen to a new rock band or something, and you see controversy, you're just hoping and praying that the controversy was like fucking tax evasion or something. But yeah, so the intermission went on for like 15 minutes, maybe 20. They played, it was really funny, like in the pre-show and stuff, they were playing like, again, just the best club bangers from like the 2000s and 2010s. I also noticed they're playing a lot of female artists, which is like, you know what, slay, feminism, man, W girl boss. And then the lights go dark again, literally as I'm like posting about the intermission having been a thing on my Instagram. The lights go dark, and the mood in the concert venue was like pretty decent. It was like, oh yeah, we're having fun. We liked the pre-show well enough. But as soon as the Views start playing, the energy in the theater just went through the roof. It was such an electric, visceral feeling, and the music was so loud you could just feel it in your heart, and in your chest. It was like giving me arrhythmia, but I was like, hell yes, please give me heart problems. I'm begging you. Please give me, if I leave with hearing problems, it's going to be a banger night. Luckily, I did not leave with hearing problems, but that's it. But it would have been absolutely banger if I did. Like when I left the preachers with hearing problems, I was like, I was hearing them for like a week on end. It was great. But I was also like right next to the speakers, but I wasn't next to the speakers this time, I guess. But yeah, they just went in like the album order, of course, which makes sense. Lies of the Liars, genuinely, I think I would put it on like one of my on a list of my favorite albums. I don't know where on that list, but it's definitely up there. It was one of the first albums I bought with my own money, from when I would work at like the local supermarket. I bought it in Sydney, so it's got like a sentimental value to me as well. Like I'm not the biggest used fangirl. Like I had to Google what the frontman's name was like last week because I genuinely didn't know. I was reading his biography today. Heartbreaking stuff. Yeah, Bert, if you're out there, I'm sorry that shit happened to you, man. That really sucks. I'm glad he's sober. But it's at a great cost. I don't know how I would live with myself if my pregnant partner OD'd. It's just tragic, man. Also, congratulations on becoming Australian. That's more important in my opinion. Because last night I thought it was like a bit where he was like, oh yeah, I applied for my citizenship 3 months ago and I got it. Because I thought because he was just being funny. No, he's married to an Australian woman and he has been for like the past 12 years. So I'm like, hell yeah, bro. Hell yes, my Australian brother. The only, like, you know what the worst part is? Even though he's Australian, he didn't do a fucking shoey. We were literally yelling for it. We were like, shoey, shoey, shoey. And he didn't do one. Whack. I mean, now I know why. He's been sober for the past like 12 years. But he could have done like a non-alcoholic shoey. I don't know what you put in there, but you could drink something out of a shoe. But yeah, it was really good. It was kind of crazy because I like knew the words to every song they played. It was fantastic. I was like belting it out, but the venue was so loud. All you could hear was like Bert singing and like the music, obviously. The drummer was excellent. I'm sorry, man, I don't remember your name, but he was excellent. The bassist, I'm always in love with the bassist. Real and true, fact checked by Real Merry Patriots. It has to be said, I love a good bassist. So yeah. I took photos. Are they good photos? Not really, but because it's like I wanted to live in the moment, you know. And it's also really hard because I didn't have like a great view of the stage. Like I did when no one was in the mosh pit, but unfortunately there are a lot of tall people in the mosh pit by the time I get there. Also, when the Used played, I swear to God, the amount of the people in the venue doubled. Like I was like, I don't remember the mosh pit being that packed. Yeah, it was Dream, Pretty, oh my God. Pretty Handsome Awkward is when I got squished for the first time. There was this guy, he wanted to get into the mosh pit, and instead of like going, literally if he just walked like another meter, he could have entered the mosh pit like a normal human being. But no, he wanted to be cool and jump up on the railing and get in there like that. And to do that, he kind of used me as like a launch pattern. And then because he was pushing me, I was pushing on this poor girl behind me. Shout out to that BBW, by the way. She was a real one. Because I felt so bad that I was like pushing up against her because I was getting pushed. And I wanted to give that guy a huge fucking push up the ass because he was being a dickhead. That's fine. I still enjoyed myself, and Pretty Handsome Awkward is my favorite song by The Used. It was my gateway drug. Cause you look pretty low, very handsome, awkward, and I am okay. You look pretty low, very handsome, awkward. Yeah, love that song. Then they played, I mean, I could just get the set list right now on my phone. Do I have like any specific things I want to talk about. The stage was really cool. I forgot to mention. Before they came on, they had like a little pre-show with like some photos, and some videos of them like talking about the process of making the album. So that was kind of cool. Had like a big 25 on it. Where is it? Right here. Oh my god, why am I getting ads? I don't want ads. Stop giving me ads. Okay, fuck it. It's just, they just went in this album order, like the song order on the album. Dream. What's the song called? I can't believe I'm blanking. I've listened to this album so many times and I'm blanking. Like I can know the lyrics. Liar Liar, Dream Liar Liar, they did like an extra chorus because oh my god, we were so loud during Liar Liar. I've got it on shuffles and I need to. So yeah, so it went Earthquake, Hospital, Paralyzed. Paralyzed had a lot of energy, that was really good. Hospital is a really sentimental song for me. Like when my grandmother passed away, I listened to Hospital a lot. With Me Tonight was really funny because all the couples would like couple up and like hold each other. It was really gross and disgusting. How dare you rub that in my perpetually single nose. Wait for oh no wait. Paralyzed is when Bert got some girls up on the stage to dance. Like he just pulled them out of the mosh pit. You know, one of them was a bit cheeky. She was a bit rude, in my opinion. I wouldn't have done that, but it's a good thing I was not in the mosh pit, especially for this moment, because if I'd been picked, I've got 2 left feet. I would have embarrassed myself so bad up there. So I was like, thank God I'm not one of them. But there was this one girl with like, she had like the split blonde and black hair, and she had them in pigtails. She was so cute. Her makeup as well was excellent. She had it. Everyone, by the way. Like you could, I think I counted on like one hand everyone who was like dressed quote unquote normie. Like everyone else, all the freaks and geeks were pulled up, you know. Like there was a guy, like I said, he looked like he could have been a Viking in a previous life. All the alt chicks were like decked out. There was so much red and black and tartan, black on black, leather jackets. It was great. The oldest person I saw in the crowd, by the way, was like a balding white-haired man who would have been like 70, maybe older, so that's cool. He had like some heavy rocker, been doing this for decades kind of vibe. What are some other songs that we can talk about? Between Liar Liar and Smother Me, they sang a song from the B-side, and this was like the quietest the venue had been. It was like, only the true blue fans knew pain, and I felt so bad, because I haven't listened to the B-side. I'm sorry. They didn't come with the album I bought. I'm sorry. I'll listen to it more now, Bert, I promise. One thing that surprised me about Bert, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, is how squeaky voiced he is. I wasn't expecting that. He sounds like a pubescent teenage boy. It's kind of crazy. I was reading his biography. It gets funnier to me, like with the teenage boy thing, is that he really was a peak teenage boy. Like ex-Mormon rebellion, good on him. It's just crazy. I was like, oh my god, he's an ex-Mormon. I don't know why, but as an Australian, that's fascinating to me. And then Smother Me was the last song of the night. I really wish they'd sung like a second Pretty Handsome Awkward or something, but no. But Dream Smother Me, I was an embarrassing person. I was doing Oshikatsu. I held because I brought my Spectre plushie to the venue, and so I was like holding him and like swaying. I was like, this is certainly something. But I mean, no one's gonna notice because everyone's looking at the stage. So I enjoyed that. I was also really curious about 2 things during the set list. One, I wanted to know how they were going to do like the sound effects and find a way. I wasn't expecting them to actually just have it in a backing track. I don't know why. I thought they were just going to cut it. But I'm glad they didn't. That was nice. And the other thing was Smother Me has like that section where there's just no music, no lyrics, no nothing. It's just pure silence in the middle of the song. Yeah, unsurprisingly, they didn't have that moment of silence during Smother Me when they sang it. They also didn't follow it up with Queso, but that sucks because when I left the venue, I was like fanging the fade. Um, Although I swung by the merch shop first, I got the anniversary T-shirt. I wore it as a pajama nightie last night. It's because it's unisex, it feels weird around my neck is the only problem. So it might actually become normal clothing instead of like pajamas, but I'll decide. I'll wear it in front of my parents, and depending on what their reaction is, that's how I'll gauge whether or not I can wear it outside the house or not. Um, but yeah, I leave the venue. I'm fanging a feed. I look up like places near me, and there's a Mexican restaurant, and I'm like, hell yeah! And they have like quesadillas. I'm like, oh my god, I could have a quesadilla after listening to Smother Me. Wouldn't that be so funny? Yeah, I would, but the kitchen was closed, and I was like, I gave the lady the puppy dog eyes, and she was like, I'll check to see if they can do a quesadilla, because she said they'd only do nachos, and I'm like, I don't want nachos, I want a quesadilla, and because it's like literally a wrap with cheese, and it's not, maybe chicken if you're lucky. And she goes and walks to the kitchen, she's asking, and I'm like, please, 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 I want a quesadilla so bad. And she comes back and she's like, oh, sorry, they don't want to do a quesadilla. And I'm like, that's fine. Thank you for trying. So I'm leaving and I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I going to do now? Because I'm not hungry now, but I know I'll be hungry later. So I plug in like restaurants near me and I find one that closes at 1:30 in the morning. It is 10 minutes to 11. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's go to this Japanese restaurant. And I'll have a good steak quesadilla. Oh, that sounds lovely. Oh my god, my mouth is watering. I love meat so much. I love meat. I'm a little carnivore. So I'm walking, and I walk to the this restaurant allegedly, and because of where I was, and I walk right past my hotel, and I'm like pissed off because there was like a 3-minute walk, and it was probably like a 5-minute walk from like the venue to that Mexican restaurant. And now I'm like, man, and that's what made me realize I'd taken a wrong turn. I was meant to go straight when I took like a right hand turn when I shouldn't have. So that pissed me off. And I'm looking for this Japanese restaurant and I can't find it, and there are like people everywhere. Like there is hens night. There was probably like 20 million people like having a hens night. I saw a guy dressed up as Wally from like, Where's Wally books. I don't know why he was dressed up. No one else he was with was dressed up, just him. And I saw like different girls wearing like bridal veils, and a lot of people dressed as doctors and nurses as well. And I'm looking around for this Japanese restaurant, and I'm like, I can't find it. I want to go to bed. But I'm a little hungry. But so I'm like looking around. I pass by all these nightclubs with all these like really well-dressed people, and I'm feeling like really underdressed all of a sudden. Like, I was part of a course at the Used concert. Like, I was wearing a black shirt, my Breakfast Club t-shirt with some black jeans, a blue denim jacket. Like, I looked the part, but I wasn't like super on trend, I thought I was like struck completely down the middle. But now next to all these like people in like cocktail dresses and like stilettos, I'm like, oh my god, I am underdressed even with my Doc Martens. So I go back to the hotel. It's like 11 now, maybe a bit after, and I'm like, I haven't had dinner, so I'm like, I don't know how I'm feeling. So I bite the bullet. I download Uber Eats, and I'm like I'm like placing an order for a GYG quesadilla, and literally I'm like about to go to the checkout, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not hungry. Good night. So I go to bed, and I listen to the nightclub music. They weren't playing as much horny music tonight, which I found very funny for some reason. The only horny song they played was I'm Sexy and I Know It. They also played the Macarena. So I would have loved to have been in that nightclub when the Macarena was playing. Like, I just know the whole DF was just bumping. Hey, Macarena. And I go to bed eventually. In my head, however, because I've like did something interesting with my life for once, I have like all these ideas, specifically Zakanana ideas. I want to write I was gonna do this earlier, but instead I went to dinner. but I have an idea for a new Zakunana fic. I love Zakunana so much. They are my, oh, they're so cute. I love them. I love them. I love them. I'm in the swamp for them so bad, so deep. And I'm gonna write a story about them called "You Make Me Feel Like a Rock Star," and it's gonna be like Nana's gonna be like a 19, 20-year-old girl. She's gone clubbing, and Zakurin is the keyboardist in like a rock band and called Team Chokuri, and Team Chokuri is playing the venue, and she falls head over heels for him, and then they go back to the hotel, and she's like, "Oh, I don't have any pajamas. Do you have anything I can borrow?" So Zachary gives her the band's t-shirt to wear as a nightie. It's gonna be so cute. I think it's not gonna be smutty. Don't worry, it's not gonna be smutty, but it's gonna be sexy. There's definitely gonna be like a mention of erections probably, because my favorite genre of like fan art for Zachary is definitely him just having to fight off a boner. That poor man, because Nana's too wholesome. She wouldn't notice. Than him, he's getting blue balled to hell and back, and he's like, I need to keep this shit down, man. I need to keep it repressed. So yeah, I also wanted to write like a high school AU where it's like a skater boy situation, and they, cause I don't know, I like the idea of Zachary being a tortured artist of some description. So I'm gonna write that. I can't wait. I'm gonna write that maybe when I get home tomorrow. Well, who knows? Probably not after stream. Maybe I'll set up a document after stream just to decompress. That sounds good. But eventually you go to sleep. That's the main thing. Although I'm haunted by Zakunana. I'm not haunted. Well, it's like haunted, but like in a good way. I'm so stupid. I sound so lost right now. I can hear my voice literally change as soon as I started talking about Zakunana. I sound so in love. It's crazy. Because what I really wanted at the anime stores that I went to on Saturday is I really wanted Precure merch. Like, my holy grail would have been literally anything you and Idol. I know Zachary probably doesn't have any merch, though. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. How are you today? Thank you so much for the raid from SSB Craft. Bento sent me. Thank you, Bento. I don't know who you are, so I'm going to shout you out. Shout out. Oh no, SSB before it disappears. But yeah, you guys caught me at a really good time and a bad time. I was just fangirling so hard over my favorite Precure characters. But yeah, what were you up to, SSB? If you've got a raid and run, I totally get it. But yeah, thank you guys. Welcome in, all of the new people. If you haven't met me before, my name is Mary Fortune. I'm a sweet little fairy made of pink and cotton wool, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful Weasel weekend. If you're in a time zone behind me, I hope it's a super stoked Saturday, or if you're in a time zone with me, a stupendous stoked Sunday. Just having fun with Fallout 4. Hope you have an awesome stream today. Oh my god, I love Fallout 4. I hope you've been enjoying it. But yeah, I've had a really good Brisbane trip. So I've just recapped. Unfortunately, you guys just missed all my stories about the used. And yeah, fantastic. Had a fantastic time. It's only 5 AM for her, so she can stay for another 12 hours. Yeah. Yeah, thank you for choosing me, but like I said, if you need to raid and run, totally fine. I get it. So what was I up to? Zakunana and going to bed. So this brings me to Sunday morning. So this morning, I wake up, I have a shower, yeah. I go to a pancake place for breakfast. There's a place nearby called Butter Boys. Yeah, if it's super early, please have a good rest of your day. Maybe get some sleep, or, I don't know, drink some coffee, do what you gotta do. Yeah, thank you for trusting your community with me. I hope anyone who stays around has a good time. So I went to a pancake place for breakfast, and oh, this is a good one. You guys are here for a good story. I sit down, and it's like this kind of Scandi feeling place. It's got like is it like Fallout 4? Does it have like the guy, you know, the American boy that's like really fat and he's like running? Had like that kind of aesthetic to it. And I sit down and I get given a menu, and the first thing I see on the menu is called a cock waffle, and I'm like, no, this has to be a coincidence, right? Because as soon as I read the words cock waffle, I like immediately remember that old meme of like the furry biting into like a cock-shaped waffle and getting like maple syrup out of his nose. naturally I order it. I'm like, I need to order the cock waffle. But in this little breakfast place, the cock waffle is like fried chicken with like hollandaise sauce and like a poached egg on a waffle, and it was really yummy. I learned from yesterday's mistake. I only asked for one poached egg, but unfortunately, my eyes were bigger than my stomach, so I should have only asked for one piece of fried chicken because I could not eat two. I ate half the waffle. I feel so bad whenever I waste food, but I'm just not a teenager anymore. I've got a small stomach these days. Especially when I'm like out and about in like the city, like the portion sizes are just huge. But yeah, that's all I could think of. I literally took a photo of the cock waffle. I was like, I need to remember this for later. It was so yummy as well. The waffle was like just a normal waffle, but the chicken, oh my god, it was like crispy on the outside, and then it had like this really beautiful flavoring to it where it was a little sweet. Like I think they might have put like a bit of like maple syrup or something on it, and there was like just a bit of like chili as well. And I'm a big spice girly, so I was all over that, and it was so yummy. Like the chicken was juicy and moist, scrumptious. What else? Oh, I also ordered their signature bougie. They literally call it this, the bougie s'mores iced chocolate, or hot chocolate if you prefer it hot. And that was a mistake. It was just disappointing. I felt like it was really just watered down chocolate milk, and then had like this glob of like, ugh, disgusting meringue topping. Like, who wants to eat like soft, gooey meringue? Not me. Like, if it was been like a proper hardened meringue that was like properly cooked, I think that would have been fine. Or if they just, put actual marshmallows in their s'mores themed milkshake, that would have been nice too, but oh well. At least it wasn't it was in a tall glass, so it was like, it looked like there was more than it actually was, so that was fine. Yeah, I have a good time, I eat it. Well, I eat and drink what I can, but even though I hadn't had dinner the night before, and my stomach was growling before I went in, as soon as I ate like half of what I was given, I was just like, too full, I need to undo a belt and notch on my belt. But after I have breakfast, I catch a bus to go to the train station because I want to go to the Gold Coast today. And I spend most of the train trip resisting the urge to like check my phone because my phone's not holding charge as well as it used to, which is, it makes sense. It's like 3 years old now, 2 years old. So it's just, getting on in age. Plus I abuse it, Uma Musume, Fire Emblem Heroes, all that good stuff, Pokemon TCG Pocket. But yeah, it's a slow train is what I'm gonna say, but I sit there, I think my thoughts, I people watch, yeah, although no one was really doing anything too interesting, but the girl sitting next to me, I think they were like nurses, so they were talking about like all their like nurse exams, and it's like, I think they're fine actually. I set my phone to a max charge at 85% and 20% and lowest 20%, it gives it 10 plus years of life. Yeah, okay. Because I just kind of charge my phone overnight whilst I'm sleeping. I don't really know, but I could try. Like, that's probably the better way to do it. Like, giving it, like, I try and get it down to as much as I can before I charge it. But then I just forget about it once it's on charge. But yeah, I arrive at, the tram change to get to Surfers Paradise. Because not only have I gone to the Gold Coast today, I went to the Surfers Paradise so I could go to the one and only Wendy's in Australia. I was so excited. And you know what? It lived up to the hype. It's usually in the battery saving sections. Oh, okay. Thank you. I will check that later. I appreciate it. But yeah, I get onto the tram to go to Surfers Paradise, and oh my god, that tram was like so squishy. I was like, no, I need personal space. I want to sit down. But instead I have to stand the entire time, and there was like these teenage boys goofing off, and I swear there is nothing more homoerotic than like having a group of like straight teenage boys. Like, has anyone else like noticed this? Like, even while like I was watching it, and I was thinking back to like all my high school memories, and I'm like, yeah, for a bunch of yeah, it's just weird. Oh my god, I didn't realize there was a Wendy's here. I know now what I'm doing next time. I have some free time. Frosty Run. Yes, there's only one in Australia, and it's in Surfers Paradise. It's like at that little mall. You can't miss it. There's like a massive mascot mural of Wendy on one of the walls. So as soon as you see it, you can't miss it. Um, but yeah, I get there. I take the right tram. I'm very proud of myself because I was so worried that after yesterday, where I took the bus in the wrong direction, I was going to do that again today. And I would say the stakes were slightly higher or slightly lower, but I was still like, I don't want to accidentally get stuck in Gold Coast. I want to be here with you guys to stream. But yeah, I sit down. I go to Wendy's. I order myself a small value baconator. Of all the US fast food joints, Wendy's is the one I happily go out of my way for. Understandable. As soon as I ate those fries, I was like, oh my god, these might actually be the best fries of any fast food restaurant. The burger itself was kind of mid. Now that we're on the topic of Wendy's, I forgot to prepare this earlier, so just give me a minute. For anyone new here, this is my weirdest hobby, but I like to categorize and tier the burgers that I eat, and I thought it'd be really fun to do it together. Like, it'll only take like a couple minutes once I get like the index up. Okay, gaming? Maybe? Window capture? There is burger index, there we go. Oh, wrong button. I'll just move myself slightly so you guys can see this burger index in its full glory. Yeah, the fries are good. The burgers are basic. I got the tiniest burger as well because I ordered like a small combo, and I'm like, in hindsight, I probably could have like eaten a medium combo, but at the time I was like, again, I didn't know what I was going to be doing for dinner, and I didn't want to have a super heavy lunch after already having a massive breakfast. But yeah, I still liked it. I had pickles added to it, and I can hear people in the hallway, and now I'm like scared they can hear me. I hope I'm not being too noisy, because I feel like I have until 10 PM where I can be like normal chatting. Where's my VTuber studio in this one? Yeah. Just give me a second. Oh, that's too small, but oh well. There we go. Okay, let's tier the Wendy's burger together. So today's date was August 17th. It was a value baconator, normal bun, beef patty. I got a drink. I got fries. Wendy's. Oops. I added pickles and tomato. Got it as a small value meal. Best fries ever. Yeah, okay. So the best burger I've had this year is... Oh, why am I all fucked up? My toggles... There you go. So the best burger I've had this year is the Bondi... Oh, you guys can't even see it. Okay, so the best burger I've had this year... Oh, you still can't even see it, sorry. Normally, I have like everything set up on the other side, but I've been doing things on this side, so it's not ready. Okay, so the best burger I've had this year was the Bondi single, at Oporto. It was like at this like truck stop area on the outskirts of Sydney, and it was so good. It hit so hard. So I needed to compare it against that. It was not that good, but it was better, I would say, than the schnitzel burger that I had on July 1st, for example. So that probably, so already it can't be a 6.5. It's slightly higher than a 6.5. 7, like, takeaway shop in the corner, go to 7. Because when I bit into it, my first thought was, This bun is giving the one that I had in China, which was a bit weird. I didn't like it, but it was like weird in an American way versus a Chinese way. Very strange statement, I am aware. Hmm. You know what? I think I will give it a 7.5. I really enjoyed those pickles. I'm a pickles girly, so we'll give it a 7.5. Oh my goodness. But yeah, this is what I do for fun. I am creating a burger index to track how much I enjoy every burger that I've eaten this year. Although, as you can tell, I've been a bit lazy. I forgot to put some dates. Like, I have no idea what this burger I ate between the bird burger chain in China and the fancy burger shop in Redacted City. Fascinating. At least I tried. But yeah. I'll go back to my just chatting screen. So the Wendy's was actually really busy. I had to eat in the plaza versus like inside the shop, so to speak. Also, there was also a lot of boys around, men, I should say, and I could smell them. I did not care for that whatsoever. But that wasn't Wendy's fault. It's not Wendy's fault that her customers are sweaty males. So I didn't enjoy that. But I went for a walk afterwards, and because I was at Surfers Paradise, naturally I went to a walk on the beach. I was like, man, the serenity right now, it's beautiful. We've got kids playing in the water, people sunbathing, it was great. And then I turned to like the right and I saw like this some kind of freight ship, and I don't know what it was doing, but it was like spewing out all this like stuff. I'm like, is it dirty water? Is it poop? It better not be oil. It was probably just like dirty water. But I was still like, what is that? Again, I can hear people around, so now I'm like, I need to be quiet. I need to be quiet so they don't think I'm weird and annoying. But yeah, I went for like a quick walk on the beach. I didn't even like take my shoes off. I was like, I'm not doing that. I took some photos, naturally, including some of Spectre, of course. For those of you who don't know, I am the proud owner of a 24 karat gold Labubu. And his name is Spectre. This is what he looks like. He's custom made. Oh, wrong. We'll make him big. One thing I wanted to do earlier was like figure out how to place him behind my arm. So like he would be like where Ghost is. But I'm not in the mood to do that tonight. Although actually we could have two ghosts. We have Ghost and Spectre. So I went for a walk and then I went to the next and final anime shop of the trip. I went to this like collectible shop, which was like, you guessed it, like a 40-minute bus ride from where I currently was in Surfers Paradise to like some weird part of the Gold Coast. I can't even remember what the suburb was called anymore. It was very towny to me. But I go and I walk towards... Oh, actually I should mention, I don't know how buses work. This is an embarrassing thing to say, but I don't know how buses work. I thought if you're on a bus, they have to like stop at every bus stop that they see. That doesn't seem true. You need to press that button that tells them to stop. And technically I overshot where I was meant to get off, but like by one stop, so I was like fine to walk back. But I was still like, I didn't even know that there was a bus stop for me to stop at. I just thought the bus stop driver was just gonna stop, you know? Maybe I'm very naive. Maybe I just don't know how the world works. So that's odd. But I walked to this collectible shop. It's like near the race course, I'm gonna say. Because I remember seeing all these signs for like the race course and like the equine center, and I was like, oh my god, it's Uma Musume in real life. I walk up to the shop and I'm like, it's got like anime girls in the front. It's like got like a low-key Pokemon theme, and then there's like this cut out of like Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory, and I was like, oh, it's that kind of shop. I walk in and there are some people sitting around playing Pokemon, opening packs, and they're having like this deep, in-depth discussion about like the health of the game, and I'm like, this is too intense for me. So I'm just gonna have a browse, and I do. And look at the different things. They have, you guessed it, they had Pretty Cure merch. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh my god, this is so lucky. This is my lucky day. Unfortunately for me, they only had like stuff I didn't want. Kind of. There was something I really wanted. So in the cabinet, they had like Cure Soleil and Cure Star. And I was like looking at the prices and I'm like, oh my god, it's only $30. Bernadette was like $90. So I'm like, I'm gonna think about it. I'll see if they have anything else around. They do. They had like a pillow with the Tropical Rouge girls on it. They had a massive latte plush. Yeah, I think some other stuff maybe? I can't remember. But, and then I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, I don't need a figure. I don't need a figure. I've done really well to like never buy a figure, you know? So I'm looking around. I start combing through like the singles of the Pokemon's bulk that they've got. Pick out some Greedents, but I'm like my heart's not set on them. Then I look at their glass cabinet and they have full art Ferret. I'll show you guys it later when we get to the hand cam section, but I'm like, okay, fuck it, I'll buy the Ferret. I love Ferret. And I will buy the Cure Star figurine. She's currently bubble wrapped and I don't want to get her out of the bubble wrap, otherwise I'll show you her, but she's just a small figurine of Cure Star. She's very cute. She's a tiny bit grubby, so I might have to figure out how to clean her. I don't know where I'm going to put her is the only thing. That's a problem for tomorrow's me. She's so cute. I'm so happy. And for $30? Oh my god. So I buy Cure Star and I buy the Ferret full art for $15. I don't know how much the Ferret is actually meant to be worth. I was kind of like, I feel like I'm getting robbed right now, but it's fine. You guys seem like you need the money. And then I leave the store with my purchases. I'm very happy. My tail is practically wagging as I'm going. I'm walking. I walk to a proper bus station and I sit down and I look at my phone and I'm like, okay, so when's the bus meant to arrive? In 10, 15 minutes time? No. It was meant to arrive at 2:45. It was currently 1:45. I said, no way, Jose. So I ordered an Uber. And I was like stressing about this Uber as well because I'm like really bad at directions and I've had terrible experiences with Ubers before. Purely my fault, by the way. Not the fault of those Uber drivers. My fault. I'm 110% was in the wrong of those situations because I'm dumb. I don't know how Uber works. I don't know how buses work. Normally, if I want to go somewhere, I'll just walk there myself, or I will drive there myself. I'm a country bumpkin. I don't know how all this city shit works. So I order an Uber and I'm stressing, but luckily I was on the right side of the road, which is where I thought I was meant to be. So he comes in, he says hi, I'm like, hi, hello, how are you today? You know, I'm pleasant. And he takes me to the shopping centre I wanted to go to, which was back in Broadbeach. And I just explore that place for the rest of the afternoon. I went to the Miniso, I bought Minty a new cat toy there, I bought some iced tea, I bought a biscuit. Did I go anywhere else in there? I did a lot of window shopping, I would say. I think the only purchase I made there was like either food, beverage, or a new cat toy. So that would have been like 3:30 maybe? I think I was like pretty ready to like go back to my hotel room by that point. Like my phone was on 50%. I knew I wanted to be back in the valley for dinner. So I was like, I want to be close to my hotel room because I'm just a worrywart. I don't want to get lost, you know? I don't want to get stranded anywhere. Especially without like a dead phone. But yeah. I get on the correct... Actually, that's a lie. I have to go... So as I'm leaving the building, I'm like following my phone's instructions to go to a bus stop. And I'm waiting, and I'm waiting. and I'm waiting, and I'm like, oh, my phone says the bus should have arrived, and it was like, no, it's going to be late 5 minutes. I'm like, that's fine. So I wait a bit longer, and I realize, I watch as a bus pulls up like adjacent to me, and there's like you know those roads where it's like you've got 2 lanes, like a green section, another 2 lanes, and the 2 lanes are going in opposite directions. I realize as I'm watching this bus leave, I'm like, I think I was meant to be on the other side of the road. But that's fine. I figure there'll probably be another bus at like 10-15 minutes time, so I walk around, I go to the traffic lights, and I wait patiently, and I start walking, and I'm like, so I get to this second bus stop, and I open up my phone, and I plug in my coordinates where I want to go, and my phone tells me, actually, you need to go back to the mall, because surprise, there was actually a bus stop there for the entire time that you didn't know about. And I was like, yay! So I'm like walking, and I'm walking, and as I'm walking, I notice something on the ground. As I'm crossing the road, it's a Pokemon pack. I'm like, oh, it's probably empty, right? I mean, it's probably litter, right? No one would, like, purposefully drop a Pokemon pack on the ground. There could be, like, $100 in that. You don't know until you open it. So I kick it, because I'm, like, expecting it to be empty. My shoe hits something inside of it, and I'm like, oh, this is an unopened Pokemon pack. Fascinating. So I kick it some more to get it, like, off the road so I can safely bend down and, like, pick it up. And, yep, it's an unopened Pokemon pack. So, finders keepers, losers weepers. but I promise when we open it later, on the off chance that it is not pack filler, I will do the right thing, and I will try and get it back to its original owner. And I do have an idea in my head on how I will do that. I would say, if you can name the exact bus stop you left this at, I will believe it is yours. And I will send it to you for free. But that's only if I open the absolute nuts, and I'm expecting pack filler, so we'll see what happens. But it just goes to show, again, my sister has a theory. I am the luckiest unlucky person. Like, I wasn't meant to pick up this Pokemon pack because I was meant to be at the other bus stop, but the only reason I was there is because I missed my bus. Again, going back to the whole I've led yet. I have no reason to have ever believed I would see that thing again. But I found it at the Lost and Found Center in Sydney Airport. So, go me, I guess. But I eventually make it to the bus stop at the mall that I just was at. And I'm like, I don't know what side of the road I'm meant to be on, because how the fuck should I know? It doesn't tell you, there's no signs. It's like, I have some thoughts on how the bus situation could be improved for, like, idiots like me. For a start, they could put signs up that say, this is, like, there's like a, on my phone, it'd give me, like, a letter code, and then, like, a number code, and the number code is on the bus. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But the letter code could absolutely go somewhere on these signs. So I end up asking the first bus driver I see, I'm gonna go to X place, is this the right side? And he was like, no, you need to be on the other side. So I'm like, okay. I go to the other side, and I'm like waiting, and I'm like, please, just send me the bus with the number code I'm meant to go on, please, God. I'm ready to go home. And God responds. He delivers the bus to me, and I get on it, and I'm like anxiously waiting. I'm like, I don't want to overshoot my shot again. But I'm dumb. Again, this is why I don't know how buses work. Because if it's a white dot on the map, does that mean you don't have to press the button? Like, what's going on? Because I pressed the button, like, a minute when, like, this is like a 40-minute bus drive, and at, like, the 35-minute mark, basically, I hit the button, and the girl in front of me looked at me weird, and I was like, is she being nice? I can't tell. I can't tell because she looked at me weird. I think I didn't need to press the button because the bus stops and, like, multiple people get on, multiple people get off. And I take a train back to Fortitude Valley, and luckily for me, I only had to take that one train. Like, it went all the way to the city, thank God. But it was long, and again, I couldn't really scroll my phone because I didn't want it to die in case I forgot how to get back from the train station to the hotel. But I actually know that route quite well now. Do I think I can do it tomorrow morning when I need to go back to the train station? Not really, but I know it coming from the train station to the hotel, so that's good. Go my short-term memory, maybe? But yeah, I get back to my hotel, I put my phone on charge, and let my mum know that, you know, had a great day today. And she was like, I loved your pictures of the beach, sweetie. And I'm like, thank you, mum. I love you. I watch You and Idol Pretty Cure. Yeah, yeah, I was watching it on my laptop. I was like, hell yes, hell yes, hell yes. I love You and Idol Pretty Cure. I love You and Idol Pretty Cure. Although kind of a mid-episode because I'm obsessed with the villains, obviously, and I'm ready for Mistress Chocorine to convert to the good side, and I want more lore about the boys. Although I'm happy with the Uda exploration because she's my favorite character. I know you guys probably think it's Nana. I got a Tumblr anon about this as well, but you might think it's Nana, but it's actually Uda who is my favorite girl. And I swear I just heard someone sneeze. What the fuck? But no, it's Uda, and I'm happy to see she got some exploration today. I'm just not a dog person, so I was like, I don't care about this. I only care about her Nan because I'm a Nana's girl. So I like that. I like that Tanakan was allowed to be in this episode as well because I needed a second car driver. I saw on Twitter today they were just JP Twitter seems to be discussing whether or not Zachary and Kati have health insurance. Do we think Tanakan is giving them health insurance? Because who is giving him a driver's license is my question. Like, does he have like fake birth documents? Like, what's going on there? Or did he just ask pretty please and they gave it to him? Because I can see either way, honestly. But yeah, it was a fine episode. I just want more villain lore. I want more villain lore. I want more Zakunana crumbs. I want more Zakunana crumbs so bad. But yeah, I'm chilling. Oh, I'm gonna say thank you since I got so many followers today. I feel like I need to acknowledge this because I was basically gooning just now, but thank you. I only follow people who goon. I appreciate it. But by the way, if I haven't thanked you for your followers yet, it's because I want to do a big thank you. Not quite at the end of the stream, but like once I'm entering the hand cam section, maybe? I don't know. Because I just got so many followers at once, I was like, I don't know how to handle this. So yeah, we're almost done, like, this section, I guess I should say. Once I finished You and Idol Pretty Cure, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for dinner. I wasn't really sure what I was in the mood for. I was kind of feeling spicy food, so I searched Indian restaurants near me, and a suggestion came up that was allegedly 800 meters away. I don't think that shit was 800 meters away. That was a 10-15 minute walk. And on the way, I passed a Japanese restaurant, and I'm torn. In hindsight, part of me was like, I should have abandoned the Indian restaurant for this Japanese restaurant, but I was like, I had sushi the other day. I was really craving spicy food for some reason. But the teppanyaki restaurant actually looked like a nice restaurant, whereas the Indian restaurant was like, it was giving mall outlet, you know, kiosk kind of thing. But I stuck with my guns to the Indian restaurant, and I enjoyed it. I got the medium lamb vindaloo and some like samosas. I really liked the samosas. They served it in a really interesting way as well. Even though I asked the lady again what it was called, I've already forgotten. But it had like chickpeas and stuff on top, and it was so yummy. And tomato as well. I'm gonna make that for like future lunch for myself for sure. It was so yummy. The medium vindaloo was too spicy for me. I did well at first. I soldiered on. I ate most of the meat out of it. And then I was like, no, I need some yogurt. So I asked the lady for some yogurt. And I regret giving my opinion on what I thought so this white couple walked in and they were asking about how spicy the spice was here. And the man was like, oh, I can probably take a medium. I'm like, no, the medium is really hot. Because from my perspective, I was like, I feel like I could handle my heat quite well, but I had to ask for like extra yogurt. And the girl was like, she was happy that I piped up though, because she was like, oh, I can't handle my spice at all, so medium is probably like way too spicy for me. And unfortunately, I made the waitress worry that I didn't enjoy my meal, which is not true. I loved it. Like, if my nose is running, I'm like having a great time. But I was just socially awkward and I hate myself for it. So yeah. But I enjoyed it. I would go there again. It was good food. just terrible decor, I would say. Like no atmosphere. But it's to be expected. It was, I think it was like I don't know what kind of building it was attached to, but they didn't have like a lot of space. It did have like an outdoor area, which on a nice day would probably be quite lovely. But I was like, I don't want to sit outside when it's cold. And then I ate too much and I acquired the status condition slow metabolism, which you guys know because I posted that on Twitter. And was like, at the beginning of stream, I was like, I've got a food baby in my tummy, but honestly, I'm normal again. Yay. And now, here we are. That was my Brisbane trip, pretty much. So I'm gonna acknowledge all the followers I got, and then I'm gonna switch to the hand cam portion of the stream. And then I'm probably gonna go to bed once I've opened all my packs and stuff. Okay, thank you to the followers from Eric Haze, Dating Spades, November Raven, Killers United, and Starness for the follows. I really appreciate it. It's very sweet of you all. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge it sooner. I wasn't sure how many more I was gonna get. Okay, so I've got all my packs in... Oh, thank God, the first thing I pulled out, unrelated, but I forgot where I put my return ticket from the train I'm gonna take tomorrow. I've got everything in like my little bag, so I'll just get everything out, I guess. So I think I'll open the Hololive packs first, followed by the Yu-Gi-Oh, followed by the Pokemon pack. I think that makes the most sense, you know, chronological order. Okay, I think I'm ready. You guys can see part of my desk. Okay, so got the Hololive blind bag, and then 3 boosters. So I've got Priority and Laplace Darkness. I've got why is it sticky? I've got Suisse, and I've got Princess Gohan. Nico. I don't know why it was sticky though. That's so weird. Why was it sticky? I think we'll start with the blind bag, maybe. I don't really have a major hope. I've seen Toa in person, obviously, at the Melbourne concert, so that'd be nice. I love Subaru. Subaru is adorable. Oh, there's also some ID girls. I didn't realize that. Luna, she's a cutie. Watame, we love Watame Night Fever here. I'm not super familiar with all of the ID girls, but I think Ritsu's design is very cute. I think Muna is interesting to play in Holocure. Again, I'm also not super familiar with Nakani, Suzuki, and Kanatabo. And of course, Shion also seems to be in there. Shion's really cute. When I was in the store actually, there was like this little girl and she was looking at all the figures and she was like pointing to her dad. She was like, guess which one I like, guess which one I like, and one of the ones she pointed out was Shion. She was like 8 at the oldest, so I don't think she knows who any of those characters were, but I thought it was really cute. Also, I forgot to mention, I got my nails done yesterday. That's also why we're having a hand cam stream because my nails look nice for once. They're pinker in person. They look very beige in this light, by the way. But they're pinker in person. Although I think like I should have gotten. Why did it just get bright all of a sudden? What the fuck? I should have picked a bolder color, but I really like the baby pink that was resonating. But I feel very lucky. $80. Oh my god. When I go to like my normal person in my hometown, it's like $100. And I feel like this person and this guy who did my nails, I feel like he did it a lot quicker. Yeah, that happened yesterday morning, I forgot to mention. Okay, I'm gonna be really careful because you know me, little Miss Scrapbooker. I do want to keep all this rubbish for later. We can do some scrapbooking. I need like a pen knife just for stuff like this. I mean, it's mostly the front that I don't want to ruin. So. Okay, I didn't get a spoiler. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Okay, opening it up. It? Ah, no way! Luna! I'm really happy with this. Oh my god. So cute! Like, I even did the eeny, meeny, miny, mo when I was in the shop. I was like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because I just feel like that's how lucky it is. I like this because anyone who's investigated my AO3 knows I've written 2 stories about her. And 2 stories about Subaru. So this feels like it's fitting, like this feels like it was meant to be, you know? Ooh, I don't know where I'm gonna put it though. I'm gonna put it, I don't want to lose her by accident, so we'll put this somewhere special. But when I do, I'm really happy about this. Oh, I'm sorry, can't I instantly pull your face, I'm sorry. Okay, I'll put these in a really safe space, I won't lose them. I promise. I think I'll use this like JB hi-fi bag as like a receptacle to put everything in. Okay. Again, I want to be really careful. We don't want to ruin anything. Oh, maybe there's a bit of glue here. And I just heard someone talk and I'm like, please don't be mad at me for chatting in my room. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have a really fun time tomorrow figuring out how I'm gonna pack everything. Is it like 9 pounds? No, that's in a Yu-Gi-Oh pack. Okay. Do it this way. More exciting. Ooh, a shiny card. Oh, it's in Japanese. I don't know why I thought it would be in English in hindsight. Oh, that's a Robocall. Pet. I would assume. Regular Corone. I vaguely. Why is it a different color? What does that mean? Ooh, is that shiny? Okay, different type of shiny. Okay, so there's at least 2 different rarities. Fascinating. I think I want to save this. Why is this one a different color? I'm going to save out for last because I don't know why it's a different color. How cute! Come on there. Oh, that's Hachima's pet. That's not very say-so. That's not very say-so of the say-so VTuber company. Okay, let's find out why this one's a different color. There's no way I could have, there's no way this is a signed card. Like, I know I'm the unluckiest lucky person, but there's no way this is a signed card. Oh, it's an energy card, that's why it's a different color. That makes sense. See, when I learned to play, they had sleeves, so I didn't really notice. Okay, well that's disappointing. I thought something special was about to happen. This is bulk. Okay, I'll put these back in the Miko pack, so I remember which pack they came out of. I don't really know how I'm going to organize them later, but we'll find. And we'll open them. Again, why are you sticky? So weird. I don't know. And it's only Suisa who is sticky. This is so weird. I don't want to ruin her. Because I do have Suisa Yu-Gi-Oh sleeves. So I'm like, it'd be nice to use some of those to pair with it. Okay, there we go. Come on. Please. I'm sorry, Suisa. Right. Okay, so we got another energy card. Yeah, green energy this time. I don't really know what the different energies mean. Ooh, this is a really cute Echo card. I'm not confident enough in my Japanese to even try and decipher this. And also, how are we liking this new webcam? I bought it yesterday, actually, because I didn't bring my normal webcam, but I feel like the video quality is much better. Like, it doesn't seem as blurry. I could be wrong, though. Okay, what's next? Ooh, look, cute Iris. She's our first EN member. Nice. Aki. I remember playing with her in the starter deck. Some kind of item card. Yeah, this really is just Pokemon TCG. A basic, Aki's Rosenthal. Oh, another Pekoda. But I don't have a debut Pekoda is the only problem. So I couldn't play either of these even if I could. Even if I wanted to. Okay. This was kind of a lame... I mean, we got a somewhat shiny... Come on. One more shiny card. No. Hobo. Cute. I got one of each type of pack they had on offer because... I don't know, I wanted the different girls for my scrapbook. That's literally all I can say. I'm sorry, Suisei, why? It's too sticky, I'm sorry. I mean, I guess if there was one to ruin it, at least Suisei, because I've already got Suisei in my scrapbook. Is it the same PNG? Maybe. Okay. Final Hololive pack. Can we get lucky? Because we got like 1.5 hits? 3 hits? Yeah, that sounds correct. Come on. I loved Laplace's stream with Fuwamoko and Nurisov. It was very yabai, but I really liked it. She knows what she likes, and I respect that. Oh no, please. The Miko pack opened so easy. Oh my god. No, okay. Can I open it from the side? Yes, okay. Okay. We can get out. Okay. What's it gonna be? Ooh! Okay, first hit off the top, we've got a Lami. I mean, not super. This is like, I consider this rarity like one above a normal card. Whereas the Coronays we got, those were really good. Coyote. What's happening off them? I'm putting this one in a top layer. For sure. Ooh, second hit. Sela, I believe. Yeah. Nice. Well, so why is everything in like English except for her name? That's strange. That's nice. Oh, this is a really cute Subaru. Come on. Toa's pet maybe? Oh, cute. And the Coyote. Yeah, that is it's strange to think that this is the card that I'm most happy with out of this pack, but it's true. I love Manatee. Manatee is one of the few JP members who stream, but I don't necessarily watch, but like I do click all of this and make sense. Or plus 10. I need a binder, I think. I'm just investing in that. You think I already have like a bajillion of them as a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tuber, but I don't. Okay, next. So that's the Hololive portion already done and over with. Now, I've got so many Yu-Gi-Oh! Packs, but I only need like one of them for like archival purposes. Okay, so Alliance Insight. I want the Cyberse cards. I don't give a fuck about anything else. I just want Cyberse cards. So I will actually make piles, I think. We'll have a pile for like Cyberse cards, non-Cyberse cards, and then anything that's like shiny, I guess. God, your cards are so nice and easy to open. Oh my god. Okay. You feeling lucky? Do you think? Oh, top? Let's go together. What is this? I've never seen this card before in my life. I'm not reading it. 7-star slash, not anything we're after. Dragon's Mind. White Reanimator. Reanimator is a goated movie. It's a goated movie at the very least. Ooh. Mitsurugi. You can play some Avalons with this card. Oh my god. This is a great hit. Okay. New thing. Mitsurugi cards. I almost forgot. Crimson Firewing Pegasus. Cyber Jomon. I swear I can hear something weird in my room. Bomber Place. You look like you should be a Cyberse card. I'm gonna be so real. You look like you should be a Cyberse card queen. Evil Hero, Vicious Claws. Okay. Well, that was certainly a pack. Okay. Next one. Come on, I'm looking for Cyberse cards and apparently Mitsurugi cards because I didn't realize there were Mitsurugis in this. When I was deciding what Yu-Gi-Oh packs I wanted to buy from EV Games, as soon as I saw that there were Malice and adding Mr. cards in this, I was like, say no more. So I didn't even get to the part about the Mitsurugi cards. But that's very fortuitous. That's a second copy of that card. Cynical Spoils, Sanctification, fascinating. Eternal Sunshine is AFD support. I mean, there was a world where AFD support could have been some Avalon support, though. That makes me so annoyed. I'm still so annoyed by the restrictions on some of those dumb fucking cards. Giant Crackhorn is hilarious. Ooh. Replica Cyberse card. Fantastic. Should I read this? Also, thank you for the follow from Wizard of Poop. Thanks for being here. You can base one other level 7 or higher monster from your hand, special summon this hazard, special summon it, you can carry one face at once to control, special summon one level 3 that has a different name that has 2 or more of the same level attack and or defense. Technically, this is reading like some Avalon support. Like, you guys know my theory. There are only 2 types of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Some Avalon support and not some Avalon support. This is reading like it could be some Avalon support. But it's not activated because it's gonna be fine. Yeah. Playable. Let's go. Legendary Samurai Axe. No. Hellbreed Crest. Regenesis Dragon. Is this some Avalon support? If I squint, maybe. It's a monster. It's DM support. I've read enough. This card could have been some Avalon support, but it has a dumb fucking restriction on it. It has to be a light monster. Oh my god, I'm so annoyed because Spore was one of the first Yu-Gi-Oh cards I owned as well. So I'm like, this card was so close to being just for me, and they were like, no, fuck you, Mary, we don't want your money. Also, I'm creating a third pile just for it though. Okay. I've done 2 hits so far. Yeah, this was a great use of $100 of, oh fuck, that's right, I'm doing it backwards. I'm not reading that. Another of those ones. What is this? Light Fairy support. Are you generator support? You contribute 3. I've read enough. We got a shiny Allied Kuratoka! Yep! Like, am I over the moon for this? Yeah, I'm over the moon enough for it. Yusuke and I have another child together, that's all I care about. I'm so happy they're together in cyberspace. Yippee! Okay. Heraldic Beast. Here there be dragons. Code Igniter is going with the... Okay, we've got a shiny pile of like related cards, and then spam. Oh. God, this is why no one likes Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at, I've opened like 3 packs, and look at my bulk. Disgusting. That's the things we do for our cardboard crack addictions, am I right, kids? Oh, shit. Oh, Mr. Riggy card. Dippity! Dippity is so cute. Dippity is so cute. It can go into the spam pile. I feel like the Sinful Spoils cards should also be going in the spam pile, but I don't care. Fairy support. Ooh. Are you Primite support by any chance? If this card is in your hand and you can send one level 7 or higher normal monster, it's Blue Eyes support. It is shiny though. Wicked Serpent of the Night Dragon. I've seen enough. Ooh, feeling of Diabell. Another Savage Mungo. And Heraldic Beast. Oh, why are you sticky? You're probably one of the reasons why Miko, Fusei was sticky. I'm putting this one in the bin straight away. It's gross. It's gross. Oh, I shouldn't have touched my card straight after. Fuck. Okay, at least it was only spam. Ryziel is tentatively spam. Curse of Diabell spell goes into block. Another one of those. This feels like a terrible hit. Oh my god, this does not inspire confidence. Target one face-up monster your opponent controls, banish one monster from your deck, or extra deck with the same original type, attribute, level, rank, or link rating, and if you do, take control of the targeted monster, and if you... I feel like a Labyrinth player can do something funny with this, but I don't know what. I wanted, when I first saw this card revealed, I wanted it so badly to be G-Golem support, but it's not. And that kills me. The Genesis Dragon went in here. Yep. Look at this. Look at how thick he is. Oh my god. Keep going. Okay. Dragon's mind goes in. Fish and Birds is really funny because of how it like fucks with the Rainbow Fish's lore. Mitsurugi Mirror goes into the keeping pile. Tiki Piece, I've seen enough. Oh man, another Kunzite? By the way, I forgot to mention, but if there's like any cards you've seen in this stream that you want, feel free to like hit me up in whispers or whatever, and I can like hook you up, I guess. Like, unless it's from like shiny pie. Actually, I guess if you want a Quinzite, you can have it. Like, if there's anything that I've discarded as bulk that you want for whatever reason, let me know. I can send it to you. So, Wicked Night Serpent. Regenesis Warrior. Oh, what's this? Code Igniter is a duplicate. We haven't gotten a single Malice card, I just realized. I guess they're high rarity, maybe? Oh, oh, thank God. For a second I was like, oh, it came out of the pack that was broken, but no. It was just the card paper. Fish and Bones. Regenesis Birth. I didn't realize Regenesis was like a proper archetype. Oh, Mitsurugi! I really need to read what the Mitsurugi cards do, but I know there's an Avalon support, that's all I care about. Chaotic Elements is not anything to do with me. Oh, another Regenesis card, and it's a beautiful shiny Sage. God, that looks really beautiful on the screen, oh my god. Regenesis Dragon. Moisture Light. Yep. Heraldry Crest and another sport card. God, so close to being great, but it has a dumb fucking restriction on it because it's AFD support and not some Avalon support. I will continue bitching about it every time I draw it. Come on, we still haven't got... I would like some more out at a Mr. card. We haven't gotten a single Malice card yet, which is crazy to me. Okay. Sinful Spoils. Dawn Angel. Oh, Razio card is in there. That's right, Mitsurugi. I'm after Mitsurugi cards. Speaking of, hello, Sacred Boundary. Gonna have to read you later. Oh man, Flash of Heraldry. It's shiny. Oh, Bone. It's cute. I can't give it anything else. It's just cute. Yorks, bulk. Oh my god, can this guy like fuck off? Ooh, that's a lot of text. And that's all I need to know. That's a lot of text to say I'm not an Avalon support. Damn it. Okay. Dawn Angel. Regenesis Rebirth. Giant Cracklemon. Migratory. Oh, this is Zexal support. Love you, Zeal, but we got cute girls. We got cute girls. I love cute girls. We love cute girls in this household. Malice in the mirror. The first Malice card, and she's gorgeous. She's very pretty. Although I would have rather been able to put together a deck, but whatever. And it's gotta excel that card. Board Crack! Speaking of, look at the little baby. Look at the little baby! And him. God, we're 3... Oh no. 3 packs to go. That's crazy. Okay. Can we get more Malice hits or more Antagonista hits? Pretty please. Vin Golf's Blessing is Light Fairy support. Ryugu of the End is not related to me. Oh! The second Dippity! My baby. My evil little baby who is probably Cube. That's cracked. She's very cute, and you guys know I do like playing white cards. She's so cute. Wait, is she? Yeah, this card is always treated as a White Forest card. Thank God. But she's adorable. Another Sirius. Another Pegasus. Another Germunga. Is it? Oh, it's a Cyber. And brain controller. It's a tuner at the very least. Okie dokes. Last pack. I want Addinista or I want Malice. I can't have both, I imagine, but I want one. Come on. Divine Follower. Ooh! Mitsurugi Mirror? I'll read those later. Fish and Beds. Giant Crackhorn. Wait, this is a plant. I only just noticed. I assumed it was an aqua. When an opponent's monster declares an attack against one of his card in defense position, and if you do change the attack card to these cards, and perform damage calculations by one player monster controls with Giant Crackhorn in them. Technically, it is an Avalon support, but it doesn't really help because most of Avalon cards are tiny. This is my dream card from this pack. This was my dream card from this pack because, look, do you see him? Do you see my husband's child? Brother? I don't know. Do you see him? Do you see him? I'm so happy. Oh my god, I'm gonna put this in a sleeve. I'm gonna put this in like a top loader. Oh my god. We got the one card that I bought all these packs for. Oh my god, this card is worth $100 sentimentally. Oh my god, thank you. I want to be noisy, but it's 10:30. And thank you. We got it. We got iConnect. Okay. I don't think we can ask for anything else crazy because so far the pack there's only been like one holo per pack if I recall correctly. Yeah, that's disappointing. Another Regulus. Another Ryugu. And Cody Bone. Okay, so we got some Mitsurugi cards as well as just some other stuff that I'll keep because it's technically some Avalon support. And then, God, this feels like such a rip-off. I am pissed about this card. We got two Kunzite. I wonder if is Kunzite worth reselling? All I care about, however, are these two. These are the best cards that we pulled. Oh, I mean, where's Theo? The fact that we got this guy is also fascinating. I need to read his effect. Yeah, okay. So these are probably the 4 cards that I care the most about. Yeah. Although I can play... This card's playable, we did read this effect, but these are the 4 that I care about the most. God, this one even has the shiny text. Yeah, it's slightly different shiny as well. It's like it's glittery where the others are just foiled. Fascinating. Okay, since we've got a time, let's read Mitsurugi's commands and effect. If this card is normal or special summoned, or if this card is distributed, you can add one Mitsurugi. You are the only Mitsurugi monster I have. But yeah, it's for the Ragnarok pile, I guess. Okay. I'll keep these safe. I'll figure out how to keep these safe. But I'll also figure out how to like store these until I can like properly store them. But oh my god, I'm so happy about iConnect. Literally, iConnect was the card that I saw and I was like, I need this. Like, as soon as it was revealed, I like downloaded it and then just like zoomed in on Earth. I mean, I love you too, I. Don't get me wrong. I love I as well. But Earth, my love. Look at him. He's there. I'm so happy. He's a bit of my kind of. Oh, I'm so happy we got iConnect. This is crazy. This is the card I wanted! I didn't want to jinx it, so I didn't say it, but this was the card. As soon as they revealed it, I wanted this card so bad. Love you! I hope they give like all the Ignis like cards. Like, wouldn't it be so cute to have a Salaman Great Flame or a G Golem Earth, Marincess Aqua, please, please, and then print these two Bozos cards, please, please. I'm so happy about this. Oh my god, yeah. Okay. We do have one more pack to open. I feel bad. I stole this. But I stole it off the street. And it's gonna be in Japanese, so it's not like it's like legal to play in Australia. But my sister, I think it'd be very funny if this is cards good, if there's good cards in here, because again, the theme of this weekend has been I am the luckiest unlucky person. So either because I pulled Iconex, there's gonna be sitting here, or I'm about to pull the absolute nuts. I hope for my sake it's at least funny. Yeah, I really want this for my scrapbook as well, so I'm being careful. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Okay, so is this just what cards look like in Japan? Oh, yeah. I mean, I did kick it, so I'm not surprised it's a bit broken. I don't care about it. Oh, Baratheon? I feel like if I got a hit, we would have seen it already, because I've done it from the back. Handoru. Simple. And Bumblebee. Well, I am a Route 1 rodent enjoyer, so this is, as far as I'm concerned, the price card of this pack. I will have to report to my sister later that I got garbage. But this one's cute at the very least. Like, Bumblebee does not evolve into a very cute Pokemon, but whatever. Okay. I can't read the effect, but it's got Fumi Fumi. Koi? Or Futatsu? Okay. Yeah, yeah. No. Is it O? Is it O or K? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't read Japanese. I tried. Oh, that reminds me. Where's my handbag? Give me 2 seconds. My legs are stiff. But I almost forgot. I did want to show off my purchases from that one anime store I went to. So this is the full art Ferret. Again, $15 feels a bit expensive for it, but whatever. They need to pay rent. I mean, literally, they're going to like Sydney next week, I think they said, for like some sort of convention. So they didn't have everything they own like on display. They said they had some more Precure stuff in boxes. This is Star. You guys see her. She's only small. I've been thinking about where I want to put her, because I don't want Minty to chew on her, obviously. Don't want Minty knocking her over, but I think I can like put some blue tack on underneath her and that'll help. And I'm also thinking maybe I'll put her in like in my wardrobe, which sounds weird, but my wardrobe's huge, so I think it's fine. And you can like see stuff because I keep all the doors open because it's like a sliding door. But yeah, I don't want to be noisy for too much longer because I want to be respectful to my neighbors. They're probably already putting in a complaint. So I'm gonna call it here. I'm going to put my treasures together. But yeah, thank you guys all so much for coming. Thank you again to SSB for the huge raid. Oh my goodness, and for all the follows. It's been a crazy afternoon, evening. And then tomorrow I go home and no more streams for a while. In theory, I'll go back to a regular schedule in September. But until then, Gorilla it is, baby. I'm also working on the Ferret Magic VTuber model. So that'll be really cute. I'm gonna lock in. When I get home, I'm gonna lock in. But yeah, I can't really think of anything else I want to say, but I hope everyone enjoyed their time here with me, whether it was for a little while or a long time. I really appreciate it. And yeah, I do have a raid message. If anyone wants to join a raid, I'll have a look to see, why is Nightbot not working anymore? But the raid message is wishing you a Merry Raidmas for anyone who might want to copy and paste it. I'll go to my ending screen and find us someone to raid. Yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Yeah, that's it. You can say thank you for my luck. And also not to follow a beg again, but if you did enjoy and you haven't already followed and you want to see what I'm up to in the future, I highly suggest following me. Why isn't anyone like good? There's like 3 people live and I'm like debating. I mean, if she lets me, she lets me, you know? Oh, okay, cool. We're gonna just go say hi to Iron Mouse. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I really appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever applies, and I wish you nothing but the best. Bye-bye.